This week on Legacy Trails, Stan Potts travels in style, bow hunting New Mexico bull elk.
We're going elk hunting, and Audrey says they are absolutely screaming. Oh, come on up here, big boy. Stay with us.
Welcome to Legacy Trails.
He is an absolute giant.
Isn't he beautiful? My goodness.
River.
This is what Legacy Trails is all about. Being out with your family.
Knocked off both sets of
Have a
horns.
great day, Dad. Love you.
4 eye guards on this one side right here.
I'm so excited, I can barely talk. I wasn't here for probably 15 seconds and I just dropped him in his tracks. I got to shoot.
Best one I've ever been on so far, I think.
Bust me to the coyote.
Oh, that is an awesome gobbler. Way to go.
Yes! I just smoked a big giant
He's got the first buck ever.
And first deer.
The first deer ever.
Good dog. Come along with the Potts and Horton families as they show you their family's love of God's great outdoors on Legacy Trails. This week's show is brought to you by Heavy Metal, because I didn't come this far to miss. Mission Archery, bows and crossbows that outperform their price. Spy Point, the world's best and most innovative trail and action cameras. Scout Look Weather Deer Log, the ultimate weather and deer management planning tool for deer hunters. Grace Camo and Lace, it's a way of life. And by booksbypots.com. Fred Bear once said that a hunt based only on trophies taken falls far short of what the ultimate goal should be. On this episode, Stan Potts returns to one of his favorite locations, a place where he has had plenty of success over the past 10 or 12 years, bow hunting some of the biggest bulls in the Southwest. He'll be chasing rutting bull elk in New Mexico with longtime friend, outfitter, and guide Audrey McQueen, owner of Trophy Ridge Outfitters.
Thank you so much, buddy. Look at this, folks. What did I tell you? What a bull.
A special group of friends have joined them, promising to make this trip an even more memorable experience.
Hey, what an elk hunt in New Mexico in Unit 16A with Audrey and Roger McQueen. Meeting up with my buddy Shy, Kevin, Willie, and they're all from Dallas. They have an airplane, actually, a jet, and they said, hey, why don't you and Barry fly down to Dallas? Hey folks, we're getting ready, believe it or not, to go on an elk hunt. Myself, Kevin Boskamp, Hunter East, Shy Anderson, and this is how we're going. This is my first time ever in a private jet.
What?
And first time ever I've ever been in a private jet.
you?
I'm 63.
And you've been traveling the world by foot.
Yeah. And I've been walking and driving everywhere. But we're headed to see Audrey McQueen, Trophy Ridge Outfitters. We're taking this jet right here, and I can't wait. It is going to be a trip of a lifetime. We'll all fly up to Springerville, Arizona, which is right next to New Mexico. It's actually where Audrey and Roger live. Pretty nice way to travel, isn't it?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Ken, Willie, and Kevin Boskamp's taking care of us on this trip. Hey folks, we just landed in Springerville, Arizona. We're meeting Audrey McQueen, Trophy Ridge Outfitters, in this private plane here. We're going elk hunting, and Audrey says they are absolutely screaming. Had a great time, flew up here. It was an hour and 45 minute, maybe a 2-hour flight, and landed, and guess what? Shy Anderson is part of the Dallas Cowboy organization, and he had the Dallas Cowboys tour bus drive up and meet us. We just flew into Springerville, Arizona in the private jet, and this is what's waiting to pick us up. And the 5 of us and Barry headed down to New Mexico, 16A, got down to Audrey's place, picked her up.
How you doing?
I knew you'd go to them baby blues first. I knew you'd go to them baby blues first.
Hold on a minute, wait.
It was a compliment.
We are on camera.
We are on camera. Good, how are you?
Good.
So what's up? You ready to do some hunting?
Oh, it's gonna be so.
Hey,
We're on it.
Hey man, good to see you again. Yeah, good.
We all come way up into the mountains, into 16A, and Audrey had a camp set up. Big camp, several big campers, 3 or 4 tents. It was just a perfect atmosphere for an elk hunt. Shot the bow, got ready to go, and then opening day. And Barry and I and Audrey, we went with Jason and Teresa Vale, which is Miss Kansas, and their cameraman. And we all got in the big quad Polaris and headed up the mountain, and that's where we went opening day. We separated and went our separate ways. They're coming up that bottom, ain't they? And there was a little saddle coming from one kind of a burn area over to another, and it was a perfect place, and we had bulls on both sides screaming, so we sat up right there, and Audrey went up the hill behind us and started cow calling. Just past that black snag. There's several elk right here below us coming up. We've got Audrey back behind us about 60 or 80 yards, and I can see them. There's at least one good bull, and they should come right up through this saddle. Oh yeah, he's a good one. He's definitely a shooter. There's 2 bulls here. I can't see the other one right now. I saw him a while ago. That big bull, he's just staying right down there. He's got a cow with him. But he's a big bull, and we're just gonna wait. They might move right up through this saddle when they get ready to move. I don't know. And it wasn't long until we got a response. There he is. I see him. Here he comes. This bull came all the way through the burn, come down, and then came right up to us. I'm gonna call to him just a little bit. Just beautiful, and Audrey called him right in, but he was just not what we were looking for. He's right there. Beautiful bull. 5 by 5. There he goes. We're hunting in the Heelan 16A with Audrey McQueen, and this is the first day. We could have shot that bull easy. He's 25 yards. But you know, that's not what we're looking for. There's some of the biggest bulls in the world right here where we're at. And we're going to get a big one. But what a hunt. Man, you don't always have to shoot one to have a great hunt, and that was a great hunt. Audrey right up there behind us called that bull from 400 or 500 yards. Took a while to get here, but he just kept coming. Yeah. Now let's get the next one.
There's more bow hunting for elk in New Mexico when Legacy Trails returns.
I didn't come this far to miss. Heavy Shot, the industry leader in shot shell technology, brings you heavy metal. Shoot devastating patterns and stack the odds on your side with every shot every time. More lethal pellets, more clean kills. Check us out at HeavyShot.com. I didn't come this far to miss.
Welcome back to Legacy Trails. Know Your Game with Tim and Terry Potts, sponsored by SPY Point, the world's best and most innovative trail and action cameras.
I've never actually elk hunted myself. I have filmed a few, but I sure would have liked to have been with those guys on that elk hunt because it was awesome. And those bulls, they were screaming like crazy.
I would have loved to have been there too, bro. You know, SPY Point has this new technology. It's almost as good as being there in person. And you can also watch it live streaming over the internet.
SPY Point's new Excel Stream Wi-Fi action camera is equipped with built-in Wi-Fi that works with a free mobile application. It is compatible with Android and Apple devices, so you can see what your camera sees and control your camera remotely up to 400 feet away with your smartphone. You can use a smartphone for setup, album management, live view, and for triggering photo and video recording. There are several accessories available for this action camera. The Excel Stream app allows live streaming of your hunting adventures over the web. It captures Super HD 1296p and Full HD 1080p footage, so it's the next best thing to being there. Stay tuned because Dad is up next on another elk hunt.
Stan Potts has been bow hunting elk with Audrey McQueen, owner of Trophy Ridge Outfitters. All week they've been in the middle of screaming bulls, and Stan has passed on a 5x5 bull. He's waiting for an opportunity at the kind of big bull this area of New Mexico is known for.
We're going in this afternoon on a crew cab ranger, Miss Kansas, Teresa Vale, and her cameraman and guide, and me and Barry and Audrey here's going in. We're all going in together. We go way back in, get on this Polaris, all 6 of us, and we go way back in. I mean, almost an hour's drive. You know, we park the Polaris, then we go our separate ways. I have no idea where we're at. We took an hour ride in the truck and then an hour ride in the ATV all the way to get back in here. And I was doubting Audrey here, kind of coming in. I thought, man, what are we doing? Where are we going? As soon as we got out of the vehicle, there's 3 bulls here and a couple behind us, so there's 5 bulls within a few hundred yards. We're positioning ourselves, and we got a big bull. There's another one. That might be the bull. With a bunch of cows. He's actually got a couple of spikes and a small 6x6 and a good 6x6 in the herd with him, and they're coming right to us. Everything's working out perfect. They're coming right up here. We got to get out of here and get set up. As soon as that spike gets out of the way, as soon as that spike goes behind this big tree, I'm moving. Here comes that other bull running. He's a good one, isn't he? What? He's a good one. 68 yards, and I'm ranging him. He's actually 68.5 to be exact, and that was just too far. I didn't feel comfortable, but I thought he was going to come closer, and then I think one of those big lead cows maybe saw us. She didn't know what we was, but she just didn't like it, and she kind of moved off, and then the rest of them, of course, that big bull follows. And they go around and we don't get a shot, you know, but what a great, great hunt it was. Well, it sounds like they just gathered the cows and moved off. We can't catch up with them. You know, this has been a great hunt. This is our last hunt. It's awesome. We've got some really, really awesome encounters, and can't
wait till we can get it to do it again.
There's more coming up on Legacy Trails. We'll be right back.
This is my life. The weekend warrior. No more production lines or deadlines. This is why I work 5 days a week. I need speed, power, precision. I expect no less than the best. This is my best. This is my chance. This is my mission.
Simple, efficient, powerful. Mission by Matthews.
You're watching Legacy Trails, and now it's time for Along the Way with Stan Potts.
Welcome to Along the Way this week, folks, with Peyton and I. And I wanted to talk to you a minute about, I had an opportunity to fly out to Philadelphia and do a show for the Wagon Town Church out there, and I had a speaking engagement and learned a little bit about the One Wish Foundation.
What exactly is the One Wish Foundation, Grandpa?
Well, the One Wish Foundation is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's an organization that takes a child that has a life-altering personal or medical condition, and they try to make that once-in-a-lifetime wish come true, Peyton. And they've been very successful at what they've done so far, and I just see it happening and growing bigger and bigger as they go along. You know, just recently I had an opportunity, Peyton, folks, to go to South Dakota, Rapid City, South Dakota, and do the South Dakota Sports Show. And this sports show is hooked up with the Youth Hunting Adventures, and they are also working with Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Black Hills. And what they do is they have a big auction, and it's a fundraiser, and they take these funds and they use them to take these children on hunting and fishing adventures. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, if you go back next year, do you think I'd be able to come with you?
If I go back next year, I guarantee you can go with me. It's a great thing, and I hope I get to go back.
Kids Gone Hunting with Buck Horton, sponsored by Mission Archery, bows and crossbows that outperform their price.
Hey y'all, this week on Kids Gone Hunting, Adriana Armstrong is on her first big game adventure out west. She drew the coveted New Mexico elk muzzleloader tag. With her dad and Mr. Derek behind the camera, the two head out on a venture for a big bull. Let's see if she gets one.
Let's let him go, baby. I think you can do better.
They're about 100 yards and get ready to go stop.
Get on him. Are you ready? Yeah. It's your first elk. He's a good one, too.
Yeah.
He's a good one. How many points has he got? 4 before? Is that what he is?
I think so.
I believe he is. 3 generations right here. He's got 5 on that side.
I'm glad to be a part of the 3-generation elk hunt with my dad and my papa.
Perfect. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you are too. Baby?
I'm glad to be here with you too. I'm glad you're down here in this old dirt and water you look up.
Prior to European settlement, more than 10 million elk roam nearly all of the United States and parts of Canada. Today, there are about 1 million elk. A mature Rocky Mountain elk can weigh about 700 pounds, standing 5 feet tall at the shoulder and measuring 8 feet from nose to tail. A set of antlers on a mature bull can weigh up to 40 pounds. Field Notes is sponsored by Scout Look Weather Deer Log, the ultimate weather and deer management planning tool for deer hunters. You're watching Legacy Trails. We'll be right back. Welcome to The Good Life with Mackenzie Horton.
At Legacy Trails, our team has just about tried every single mission bow. This week we're focusing on archery. Mr. Stan is here to give us a couple of quick tips.
Mackenzie, couple of archery tips. One is to practice a lot, but it's not just to be a better shot. Practicing develops muscle memory, and when you're in a tree stand and a big buck comes up, you're going to be nervous. That's why you need muscle memory. Everything is automatic. Second tip is most people shoot too much poundage. If you've got to do this with your bow, you're shooting too much poundage. You need to do this. So turn your bow down and practice.
Thanks for those great tips, Mr. Stan. We especially like the adjustable draw length and weights of the mission bows. With 15 to 70 pounds in draw weight and 19 to 30 inches in draw length, the Mission Craze and Rye are perfect for every archer's need. The Menace accommodates even the smallest archer with just a 17-inch draw length. So whether you're still growing or simply want the ability to change draw length and draw weight, you can quickly and easily adjust mission bows like the Riot, Craze, and Menace. And we can't forget about the Mission Crossbow that provides option for every hunter during the various hunting seasons. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Legacy Trails. We hope you enjoyed it and God bless.
Closed captioning provided by Hunter Safety System. Saving lives is what we do. This week's show has been brought to you by Heavy Metal, because I didn't come this far to miss. Mission Archery, bows and crossbows that outperform their price. Spy Point, the world's best and most innovative trail and action cameras. Scout Look Weather Deer Log, the ultimate weather and deer management planning tool for deer hunters. Grace Camo and Lace, it's a way of life. And by booksbypots.com. Promotional consideration was provided by these fine sponsors.
The benefits of having a job in the hunting industry are many. For tip number 8, we chose some of our favorite perks from the pages of our book, Hunting Dream Jobs. They are flexible schedules, travel, meeting new people, getting to do exactly what you love, having an office in your home, having access to hunting gear, spending time in the outdoors, and getting to talk hunting every day. Neil Davies summed it up best as saying, "Everything about my job is a perk. I get to do what I love and I work with all my friends." Visit our website at huntingdreamjobs.com to find out who described their job as one long chain of adventure. Good luck finding your dream job.